Hey guys, here's another video for you. This one's a short story that I've written. I'm just gonna narrow it down for you. Try and make it about 10 minutes long. But here it goes. So, set in a deserted town. Um, by all means, this is just a short story. It's in no means a hateful thing. It's just a short story, guys. Please don't get butthurt. So now, it's called Pipeline Wendigo. So, anyways, deserted town. Foreman, a couple other people, supervisors show up to this town, not aware that this town isn't on their map. They go through the village. They see houses that are, cardboard. Some doors have just sticks with vines kind of attached to them. And yeah, so this is where this is. So as people find this tree, they start spray painting it, thinking that it's got to go. It's huge. It'd take at least 10, 13 people to wrap their arms around it. It's just huge. Right in the middle of this town. And people start showing up. They start yelling at them. They don't know what they're saying because they don't speak their language. These people go back to their camper that they showed up in, and the one girl starts having a nightmare. They try and wake her up, and it's just impossible to wake her up. She's screaming, she's clawing at things, she's throwing kicks, punches, anything to try and get away from these people. And they bring her outside, and she wakes up as soon as she gets outside. They're all freaked out, and they start asking questions about what she dreamt of. And she dreamt that she was basically tied to a chair with thorny vines. She's in a crawl space, what looks like, and there's a flickering light, and that's about it. And all she can hear is a low growl. And she's screaming, trying to get out. So they all go back to bed, and they wake up, this girl's missing. They go into the town, they think the people kidnapped her, they don't know where they are. They end up at this tree where a guy is sitting there with a fire, and they ask him where the girl is, and the only response is that they have tainted the land and he has to cleanse it. That's the only English this person knows. So they're looking around for this person and they can't find them. So now they're at a point where they're kind of scared. They don't know what to do. Sorry for the washer and dryer, guys. It's okay. Gotta do laundry. So now they're a little scared. They don't know what to do. And they go back to their camper. They go back to sleep. And they hear drumming, they hear music, they hear singing, or what they think is singing. And they go and they see everybody in regalia. And they're just enjoying themselves. They're still concerned about their coworker. They've called in law enforcement. They're not going to be there for at least a day or two because of how remote the place is. So they're just there as bystanders, just looking through the crowds, trying to see if they can think of anything that pops up that might tell them where their coworker is. And so they leave again, and there's a note on the door that says, "Please leave, you've done enough." And so a couple of days go by, they still see these notes on their doors. They're getting a little worried. The law enforcement shows up and they start moving everybody. They start putting a fence up where they got to start digging and all this. And that night, another person goes missing. But this time, no screams, nothing. They wake up and just his phone is left, and there's a video on the phone of this basement where the girl described, and it's him tied up. He's got scratches on his forehead, little gash on his throat, and he's just whispering, "Help me, help me, help me," over and over and over again until the video stops. By now they're all freaked out. It's morning time. They start drilling. They start laying pipe. And they got to do what they got to do. Authorities are looking through every single house that's built. They can't find anything. And they continue on. And so when they come back that night after a busy day, there's a note on the door saying it's too late. So now these people are really scared. The authorities are really scared because no one knows where the note came from. There's no footprints, nothing. And so they go back to the village. They find this person, and he directs them to a house. And they can't open the door. There's medicines all the way around the house, are traditional native medicines. There looks like fire pits all the way around the house. There's feathers all over the house. And all this person says is, "Do not enter." And authorities being authorities, they decided to enter anyways. They busted down the door and they started looking, and they find this basement in the video, and there is just blood everywhere. And so they continue on looking. Nothing. There's nothing there. Just the blood and a chair with one little flickering light. And so they leave. There are 2 more people left, and they're literally just cuddling in one bed because they're so scared of another person disappearing. And so the next morning, this person wakes up and there's nothing. He goes into the village and finds absolutely nothing, just a note that says it's too late on the tree with an eyeball. And so the scene ends where the Wendigo is in the pipe, crawling up it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, you gotta do what you gotta do to do what you want to do. No rose was ever picked without a thorn on it, and to always add love, period. Let me know, guys. Have a good one. Peace.